Namaste. Welcome back to Tantra Tutorials. I'm your host, Tantra Psychic. My real name is Gagandeep Kosa. Today I'm going to disclose a sadhana that I came across many years ago, and I tried it on a Grahan Kal, like on the eclipse time. It's not for everyone. It's not only for brave-hearted sadhakas, evolved sadhakas who actually, have achieved something earlier and they are not scared of the events or the things and the supernatural experiences they will come across during any sadhana. So it's not for everyone. Yet, it's very easy to do sadhana. Second thing is that the Aradhya Shakti or Dev in this case will not create any hurdles in your way uh, for this sadhana. And the name of the sadhana is Agiya Betal Sadhana. So yes, it's a Vetal. Vetals are highly evolved spirits. They can be harmful as well, but not to the ones who worship them. These are considered as ganas of Lord Shiva, and they are above all the kind of human spirits, Pret, Pishachinis, and Dakinis, and they can cause much help than any harm to the sadhaka. uh, Indian people are much aware of the various cultural stories that we have came across of Vikram Vetal. So yes, that's one form of Vetal, but this one is Agiya Betal specifically. And yeah, so we will discuss that today. And I will tell you the technique that I have asked my guide, and he told me about it because the book that I took this mantra from haven't explained anything about the procedure, mantra japa, rosaries, or anything. They just gave the mantra. Okay. And one more thing, it is a Sabar mantra, and that's what have been long requested by males specifically because Sabar mantras doesn't require any Purusharana. This particular mantra may require a bit of a havan, but not necessarily the shansh. So about 11 rosaries of havan will be sufficient. I will give two variants of this mantra today. Before we jump into this sadhana, let me introduce myself to the new visitors of my page. I'm a Tantra Psychic and I'm so working as an online psychic healer, spellcaster, astrologist from past many years. If you want to go and explore more about me, know more about me, then please visit www.tantrapsychic.com. Over there you will see about me page, my store from where you can order any kind of the services that I offer for yourself or your loved ones. And if you want to support this effort of mine, this blog, this YouTube channel, then you can utilize the donate buttons on the home page of this YouTube channel. The direct links are given to in the description as well of every video that you come across on this channel. Also, you can go to the Tantra tutorial blog page on tantrapsychic.com, and on the upper right corner you will see two different options of donations, one time and regular ongoing donations. So you can cancel at any time, and here is a screenshot for that page. Also, I request you, if you ever have to buy anything from Amazon, then do visit the Amazon recommendation page on my website tantrapsychic.com. You can use the search tab there, and then click on the results of that search. It will take you to your local Amazon website, and then you can go ahead and purchase anything from that. You need not even have to purchase the same thing that you actually originally clicked on. It will not cost you anything extra, but it will help me, so please remember that. Now let's jump into today's sadhana. Agiya Betal, it caught my eye when I read about it. Sadly, the book that I came across this sadhana in didn't said much about how it is done, how many mantra japa have to be done, in how many days, what kind of asana, what kind of rosary, what direction you have to face. They just have tried to give the introduction to the Vetal, what it is, what kind of entity it is, and the various mantras. I'm going to share two different versions of Agiya Betal Sadhana today. Mostly they are same, but there is a slight difference as well. Okay, so I did it. I tried it actually on a Grahan Kal in an eclipse time for myself with one of these mantras. Nothing happened, so there was no experience during that sadhana. It was 1 day sadhana because there was no explanation on how this sadhana have to be done. I tried it on the Grahan Kal, thinking that most of the Sabar mantras they get energized and become Siddh by reciting during the eclipse time. So I said it's a good time to experiment with it. And yes, I know it is dangerous experiment, but I still did it. And at that time, I was not actually able to communicate to my Guru Baba Virfanaji, so I was not able to get the real guidelines, the ones that I'm going to share with you today. Okay, once again, this is sadhana is not for everyone. So if you are not, if you get scared from the tiny little noises or sounds while you do even Apsara sadhana or Yakshani sadhana, then this is not for you. And this is also for those people who are asking me again and again to share Mahavidya sadhanas, Kal Bhairav sadhana, Mahakali sadhana. So if you want to go and reach there, you have to try somewhere which, some sadhana which is also scary, and the deity is not as scary as Lord Kal Bhairava is or Goddess Kali would be, right? So see and test your limits with this sadhana and then move ahead slowly and gradually. Okay. So, as I said, Agiya Betal is one form of Betal, and Betals are above any kind of human spirits. They are Ganas of Lord Shiva. They are highly, immensely powerful. Agiya Betal is very powerful, specifically in causing any kind of harm to others, your enemies, and it can destroy your enemies. It can even destroy negative energies harming you, but there is a level of energies that it can destroy. Somebody asked me, can you Guruji tell me any one mantra which will destroy all the magic, black magic, whatsoever it is? I said there is always a sawa ser for any ser out there. That's a Hindi saying, right? कि हर शेर का सवा शेर होता है, right? So the, for example, if somebody have attacked you with the goddess Kali's magic or her mantra, and you want to get rid of that, then what mantras would help? That of Lord Shiva or any ugra form of Lord Shiva, for example, Lord Mahakal. But what is the way to tackle with the prayog done by the mantras of Lord Mahakal, right? There are very limited ways out, and I would not explain that over here. It's highly secret thing that I would not discuss on any online forums, because it has to be given to my direct initiated shishyas, so I'm not going to reveal it publicly. So there is always a limit to what it can remove. So a Vetal will be able to fulfill your worldly desires. थोड़े बहुत छोटे मोटे काम कर देगा, like certain smaller things he can do for you, like he can convey some thoughts of yours to others and make them do the things that you want them to do. It can help you achieve certain things more easily, like it can help you in exams, it can help you in getting passed through interviews, it can help you to attract somebody towards you, it can also help cause harm to others, like your enemies. It can cause diseases, it can hurt them, it can lead to accidents, right? So there are certain things he can do for you. And Agiya Betal, when he appears in front of you, usually he do not want to scare the sadhaka, so he appears in the form of a 12-year-old boy. But I asked my guide about, like I did for Hanuman Sadhana, I asked my guide, like, how many people will be successful on an average. He said 8 out of 10 people who will do this sadhana according to what I'm suggesting you will be successful, but only 2 out of 10 people who will do this sadhana according to my style will only be able to see Agiya Betal in real form, like in front of their open eyes. It could be transparent, it could be exactly how you see me right now, but yes, only 2 out of 10 people will be able to see him. Okay, so most of the people will hear him. They will hear somebody talking to him out of nowhere from a thin air, while while they are completing their sadhana or near to completion, right? And sometimes people also hear the sound and see some image or of fire coming into, light in, in around you, or in the thin air from where the sound is coming. So it's not necessarily that you will see him, but you may only hear him, or you may see a fireball or image of a burning dangerous fire, which will not burn anything, but you will see still there is fire. It's magical fire. It will not burn anything until Agiya Betal himself want it to be happening, right? So that's the indication that you have received and or achieved the siddhi and blessings of Betal. Okay, and when Betal appears or any ways talk to you or communicate with you, request him to for the Trivacha. You ask him to be, to appear in front of you whenever you call him. Secondly, he must perform the things, or he must do the things that you tell him to do. He must fulfill your desires you tell him to fulfill. And the third thing is he should always protect you and help you. These three trivachas you should take from him. And uh, also you have to ask him to sit on your thumb of Dahina, yeah. So right hand, thumb of your right hand, or your eye, or right eye, or your tongue. He becomes immensely powerful when you ask him to sit on your tongue. But also, please be careful. If he sits on your tongue, you have to be careful of what you say and what you tell him to do in your mind. Because the moment you tell him to do certain thing in your mind, not even say it, he will do it. And then you may later repent why I actually wished for that in the first place. So if you ask him to sit on your tongue, you have to be very careful with what you say and what you think about telling him to do, right? Because he will do it. Okay. And one more thing, when you overuse your sadhanas, your siddhis, then the siddhis will start to perform not all the time, like they will not work all the time, right? Somebody in the comment section said that he used to get porn, he still have, but earlier the predictions used to happen, but now they are not happening most of the time. So when you start using your power too much, so many times, then even the devatas get annoyed. Even after the siddhi, they will feel like you are just exploiting them, right? So at that point, you may not see the exact good results like you used to see in the very beginning. So only use your siddhis whenever you need them, not all the time. When there is no way out and you have to use your siddhi, only use that time. If you exploit it, if you always use it for each and every smaller tiny little things, the power of your energies, the power of your siddhi will start to reduce. And in order to maintain the power even after the siddhi is achieved, you should continue to chant that mantra for at least 11 times every day, to at least one rosary every day. One rosary every day is fine, but when you have many sadhanas done over the years, then it will become really difficult for chanting even one rosary a day of so many mantras that you have already got siddhi of. For example, I can't do it. So I chant 11 times all the mantras that I have got siddhi of every day. It maintains the power. And while I'm working as a psychic, it is not my decision to work as a psychic. It was indication, it was the command of my guide Baba Birfanaji. And hence in my case, I do get more accurate answers and predictions most of the time than any other person, because I am told by my guide to work as a psychic, so he's always ready to help me. But it doesn't mean that whatsoever I see in the future always comes out to be true. The future can be changed, and when you get a reading, I also suggest you how it can be changed, right? So if you follow that, you sometimes may be able to change the future that I have predicted for you already. So now let's discuss about how the sadhana can be done. For Agiya Betal Sadhana, the best day to start the sadhana is Amavasya, no moon night, and you have to do it in the night time, close to midnight. 11 p.m., 12 is good time to start. You should prefer to do this sadhana alone in a deserted place, like in open grounds, in a cremation ground, in burial grounds. If you feel it is unsafe and you can't do it, or if you're too scared to do it, then you can do it in a home or a house. But this house should not be in, a crowded area. It should not be in the heart of a city. Maybe on the vicinity of the city where there are, where there is much open space around that house, so that you do not get any disturbances from other people, and that you are only person in that house. So it can't be a one room in a house and all other family members are moving around doing things, sleeping upstairs. That's not the ideal place to do it. Okay, you should do it in a deserted place, or a home or a house in which nobody is there and you are the only one doing the sadhana over there in the night time. And this house should not be attached to other adjacent house, like it should not be a townhouse. And it should have plenty of open space around it, so that you do not get any kind of disturbances from people, traffic, or adjacent homes, right? Okay. Then what rosary you need? You need a black agate, or Khali Hakik Mala, black agate rosary of 108 beads. And you can use a black blanket as an asana, so black kambal, kala kambal. You have to face south directions, or yeah, you can face south direction. That's the ideal direction to face for this sadhana. The things that you would need to offer is a diya of animal fat. सो हिंदी में कहूँ तो जानवरों की चर्बी से जो चर्बी निकलती है उसका दिया होना चाहिए. तो उसमें like you can use pork fat, or you can use fish oil, you can use crocodile oil, or any such fat, but not beef fat, not cow fat. Okay, that's strictly avoided in any kind of tantric procedures. No cow fat, nothing from cow meat or by killing cows, no. Okay. um, you can also use lard. That's another name given to pork fat, I guess. Let me see. Yeah, lard, that's the name given to pork fat. And then you have to use a dhoop of Google. I don't know what is the English name of that, but Muslims use that a lot in their worship. But Indians also use that. You can easily find it in Indian stores, and so it should not be a problem. You will have to keep a garland of yellow marigold flowers with you. You can offer some marigold flowers to him as well. When I say him, you can use you can draw a picture by yourself of Agiya Betal. I will also explain how he looks like. So okay, so that's that. And then you have to offer some kind of alcohol, so a brandy or rum or whiskey. Amount doesn't matter, so a tiny little amount is fine. Then you have to offer fish or cheel, eagle meat, right? So yeah, any of these two kind of meats that you can offer to him. You can also offer retufala, a seasonal fruit, to him. Any fruit will do. What else? Let me think. Is there anything else? Oh, I have written myself. Let me check. So yeah, fish. Oh yeah, you have to offer him bundi ke laddu, right? It's a Indian sweet that you can find in Indian sweet shops. Okay, and yeah, that's about it. Now the mantra, and how many times you have to chant it. The mantra have to be chanted 125,000 times, and you can do it over the period of 51 days or 101 days. So 101 days or 51 days. 101 days would be easier, right? But somebody asked me in the Hanuman Sadhana video that how can somebody be celibate for that longer time? Okay, I will answer that as well. Because recently, yesterday actually, one of the client who is already doing a sadhana experienced a problem of nightfall, and he was worried now what will happen. I told him to continue with the sadhana and do not worry much about it. But how to avoid is these things is, if for a longer period of time you avoid yourself from sex, you will start thinking about it. And even if you are not thinking about it in the daytime, but the dreams will come in the nighttime accordingly. And so this problem of nightfall happens. How to overcome that is Trataka, meditation, Sharir Nyas. When you start to control your thoughts and the mind is at rest, your subconscious mind is at rest, you will have a sound sleep without any dreams. So no dreams will come at all. When no dreams will come at all, you would not have any problem of nightfall. When your mind is at rest, when you are focused, when you practice Trataka every day on daily basis and you have achieved the siddhi of Shakti Chakra and then you continue to do it, then it becomes really, really easy to control all your vikaras, including that of sex and lust. So this is how you can do extended period of sadhanas, mantra sadhanas. So along with doing the mantra sadhana, you have to at least do Trataka or any kind of dhyan, any kind of such strong meditation to achieve focus and thoughtless mind at least 20 to 30 minutes every day. And now you need not have to do that every night, so you can do it any time of the day whenever you feel comfortable. But it will help you to maintain celibacy, to avoid any such thoughts, and then your sadhana will happen without any kind of such hindrances. Okay, even for 21 days is difficult without this technique. Okay, so please, 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 when I say first watch all the 8 or 9 videos of tantra tutorial, I'm not kidding, these are all important. And if you are going to jump into any sadhana without going through those 8 or 9 videos, I would recommend you watch them all. But that 8 or 9 videos is something that you cannot avoid. If you will, you will go through these problems. Okay, so that's that. Now how Agiya Betal looks like. He is mostly, he mostly comes as a form of a 12-year-old boy. So you can make an image of a 12-year-old boy. But if you actually want to make an image of Agiya Betal, he is very scary first, and his indication is he have in his aura flaming, not flaming, it's a hot fire flames. It seems like it comes out of his body all over, so it covers the entire body when he appears in front of you. It seems like he is tending inside of a fire. Okay, and even when he opens his mouth, fire comes out of his mouth. So that's Agiya Betal. That's how he look like. So you can draw something which gives that kind of an image. Okay, so now the first version of the mantra that I'm going to give you doesn't require havan, okay, regularly, but the other mantra require havan regularly. I'll explain that. So first let me recite the mantra, first variant of this mantra for you. Okay, so wow, I should keep it in front of my eyes and let me use my other eyes so it becomes easier for me. Okay, so it says, and this is the mantra I tried myself. Okay, Om Agiya Betal Maha Betal Bat Betal Agni Agni Tere Mukh Mein Savaman Agni Maha Vikral Vat Swaha. Om Agiya Betal Maha Betal Bat Betal Agni Agni Tere Mukh Mein Savaman Agni Maha Vikral Vat Swaha. Om Agiya Betal Maha Betal Bat Betal Agni Agni Tere Mukh Mein Savaman Agni Maha Vikral Vat Swaha. I'm saying that very slowly so that you can hear how I am pronouncing it. So it's not Betal, it's Betal, right? Om Agiya Betal Maha Betal Bat Betal, so Betal Agni Agni Tere Mukh Mein Savaman Agni Mahavikral Vat Swaha. So I'll now say it more like when I will be chanting the mantra. Om Agiya Betal Maha Betal Bat Betal Agni Agni Tere Mukh Mein Savaman Agni Mahavikral Vat Swaha. Om Agiya Betal Maha Betal Bat Betal Agni Agni Tere Mukh Mein Savaman Agni Mahavikral Vat Swaha. Om Agiya Betal Maha Betal Bat Betal Agni Agni Tere Mukh Mein Savaman Agni Mahavikral Vat Swaha. So even before you start the sadhana, follow my advice and go to a Shiva temple and then do the one rosary japa or chanting of this mantra and pray to Lord Shiva to give you this mantra, and then this mantra will get energized. It will become jagrit for you, and then you can start the sankalpit sadhana. This technique have been explained already in the channel, so please watch it. And somebody have also asked me for permission to do sadhana, and he said that he regards me as a guru. My response is, if you respect me as your guru and if you regard me as your guru, then I'm already your Shiksha Guru. You don't need my permission, you don't need anything from me. I'm already giving out this information. If you're following any of my video, if you're doing any of the sadhana that I have shared on my channel, and you also notice that I'm saying it, I'm giving the mantra verbally to you, and that's how it is done. That's how it is conveyed from a guru to the Shishyas. So if you consider me as your guru, it will work. It will work for you like it will work for you by any other guru. The only difference is I'm not giving direct dikshas right now. Okay, so if you consider me as your shiksha guru, I am your guru. Don't worry about it. You don't need my permission to start any sadhana. I'm giving out these sadhanas to you. So if you want to do it, and if you are brave enough to do this particular sadhana, go for it. Okay, so now for this sadhana, once it is completed, once the 125,000 times recitation is completed, then you can do a very short havan. About the havan, I also received a query from a paying client of mine. He said to give a technique of doing the proper way of havan. I have posted that screenshot in Hindi on my Tantra tutorial blog page on my tantrapsychic.com website. But the thing is, I don't use it. I only do the havan the way I have told you in the basics video, the first 8 or 9 videos. I think it is one of the parts of basics of mantra chanting. So you can follow that. You don't need to complicate the havan. And for Sabar mantras, it is even much more easier. Okay, the samagri that you can use for the havan in this case is you have to mix the regular havan samagri with kale urad, black pulse, right? It's a whole black pulse. It's available in Indian store. When you go there and ask for kale urad, you will find it easily. So you have to mix that, and you can also mix some marigold flower. You can tear them apart and mix it. Somebody was asking me for a Shiva havan, for the Rudra mantra sadhana havan, do I need to use so many bilva patras because I have to do so many do so many ahutis into the fire? I told him, if you will be giving one bilva patra for each and every ahuti, the fire will go off. So you just have to take about 100 bilva patra, tear them into smaller pieces, mix them into the havan samagri, and then offer it. So don't you don't need 1,000 marigold flower, maybe 10-20 marigold flower, tear them, mix them into the havan samagri along with the black urad, and then you can do the havan, right? And now the second variant of the mantra. This mantra cannot be done in a home. So the first mantra can be done in a deserted house. This or a house where nobody is in the night time. This second variant cannot be done in a house. It has to be done outside. Okay, why? Because you will need a havan kund, a triangular shaped havan kund. Okay, the triangular shaped havan kund should be filled with some dry wood, and that should be covered with a very dry grass. Okay, and then you have to offer black urad with each and every recitation. You offer it onto that grass in the havan kund. Okay, so you chant with the left hand and you offer with right hand. A time will come when that dried grass will itself start burning, like fire will appear from nowhere. It will just appear there. That's the indication that you're on right track, and Agiya Betal is gonna come very soon. He will either start talking to you from thin air, or you will see him in the form of a 12-year-old boy, and if he really want to test you, he will appear in his very scary form in front of you. Okay, and when he comes in his real form, do not get scared, do not get terrified, do not run away. Rather, keep that love, devotion, and bhakti towards him. Offer him that garland that you have made for him, and then bow to him. And when he smiles and ask you to tell him what you want from him, then ask for those three woes that I have already described earlier in this video. Okay, now the second variant, the mantra. Here it goes. Om Agiya Betal Veervar Betal Mahabetal Iha Gachatish Agnimukh Agni Bhakshi Agnivasi Mahavikral Fat Swaha. Om Agiya Betal Veervar Betal Mahabetal Iha Gachatish Agnimukh Agni Bhakshi Agnivasi Mahavikral Fat Swaha. Om Agiya Betal Veervar Betal Mahabetal Iha Gachatish Agnimukh Agni Bhakshi Agnivasi Mahavikral Fat Swaha. Om Agiya Betal Veervar Betal Mahabetal Iha Gachatish Agnimukh Agni Bhakshi Agnivasi Mahavikral Fat Swaha. Om Agiya Betal Veervar Betal Mahabetal Iha Gachatish Agnimukh Agni Bhakshi Agnivasi Mahavikral Fat Swaha. So now this mantra is also explaining how he looks, right? So Agnimukh, the one who have fire in his mouth. Agni Bhakshi, the one who eats fire. And Agnivasi, the one who lives in fire. And Mahavikral, very dangerous form, very big and very, he is very gigantic in his real form. Okay, so there is another third variant, but I'm not going to use that. These two are enough, and I would suggest if you want to do it, only use the first variant. Second variant is very difficult, and I would suggest if you want to use the second variant of the mantra, then have some direct initiation from a guru. It would be best if a guru is sitting with you while you do the sadhana in the last few days of the completion and during the havan. But it cannot be any pandit, it should be your real guru. So I would recommend that you do the first variant, not the second one. I have still given you for knowledge purposes. So I hope here that you enjoyed this video, and this video also helps. I have not only shared this sadhana today, but I have also cleared out many doubts that I have received in the previous videos in the comment section. At least I think I have covered 4 or 5 doubts already in this video. So yeah, I hope once again this video is gonna help you and many others, and if it does, then please help spread this knowledge by sharing my videos, my channel as much as you can. And as the channel grows, it becomes easier for me to cope up with making more and more such awesome videos, and that too more frequently, and that you will keep enjoying such awesome details and such first-hand knowledge, such knowledge that is not even given in the book itself. So if you see here, I'll show you even yes the image. Image of Agiya Betal. I'll show you the image of Agiya Betal. Here it is. And the sadhana itself doesn't describe the various things that you need for the sadhana and how it is done, the exact chanting. If you see, I have written all that in my own handwriting above after asking my guide. You would not be able to find this information in any book. This is only available on my channel. And if you want such authentic information from such a real person who actually get his answers from a divine saint, nath and gods, okay, then you should promote this channel instead of the other fake ones who are copying stories from books, and they are misguiding people by giving wrong mantras, and they have not done anything in their real life and for real. So they are just pretending to be sadhakas or gurus. I don't want you to promote such channels, but the real ones like mine. And I'm not saying I'm the only one. There would be real other authentic people out there working and trying to help people through their knowledge. But try to promote real authentic people, not just anyone who pretends to be sadhaka or a guru. Because I have seen so many such people who are doing this and misguiding people just to get views. Their sole purpose is to get views on YouTube, and they overemphasize things. They make things look more dangerous, more dramatic, and they use eye-catchy taglines, and that's not the way it is. You should be honest. You should not distort the real form of tantra, and you should not misguide people. If you don't know anything about it, then make an entertainment channel. Don't make a channel about Tantra. Don't make a channel about mantras. Thank you. God bless. Namaste.